Hello, can everyone hear me? Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so a nice picture of the Spectra Light Festival that was in Aberdeen in February, just because you get bored of records management pictures sometimes. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to show you the wiki that we created to host our retention schedule at Aberdeen City. So low tech compared to the other things you've been hearing today, because this is really a guide for users. It doesn't automate anything. So why did we use a wiki? When it was for me, really, to start off with, because I had the job of taking our new business classification scheme, taking all the existing retention schedules that we had in our various pockets and teams across the council, aligning them with our new business classification scheme, and mapping them to the SCAR's retention schedules. It was really difficult to manage. I had loads of Excel spreadsheets. I was getting confused. So my brother, who is in web, said, "Why don't you use a wiki?" So I did. And I found it really useful as a way of drawing together all the different bits of information in a way that I could do quite quickly, and that I could see the layers and the connections, and that I could make connections non-hierarchically. At the time, our organisation was and still is going through a big office rationalisation, smarter working programme, so we're closing a lot of our outlying offices and bringing people, as I'm sure most local authorities are, bringing people as much as possible into core corporate office space. So there was lots and lots of people getting rid of hard copy records, sometimes for the first time in years and years and years as they cleared out basements. And we, probably like a lot of other local authorities, still do have an awful lot of hard copy records. 9 kilometres, I think, was a conservative estimate. So this is what it looks like. It looks like Wikipedia because I stole the template from the front page of Wikipedia to build it, because, you know, why design your own? The theory with that is people are used to using Wikipedia to find out stuff, so keep it as much like they're used to as possible. The great thing for users about this is it's searchable, because our users just don't really understand our classification schemes. Sometimes I don't always understand our classification scheme either, so you can do keyword searching. If you're familiar with the business classification scheme, you can browse it that way, or you can browse it by record type, activity, all the nice records management words at the top. I don't think anybody does that. I don't think anybody browses it by classification scheme. I think everybody searches it by keyword. So that's the front page. I'll just take you on a brief tour. That's our children function. Each of the activities expands so you can get a sense of where you're going on one page. That's our social care sub-activity, and within that the types of case files, and then you go down to a record class level. Oh no, you don't. There you do. There we go. A case file for an adopted child. So one of the things when we were talking with teams and services about their existing retention schedules and trying to align that with some kind of best practice from SCARs and find out why they were different, if they were different, was the kind of trust credibility issue about where their retention period had come from and where the ones we were saying had come from. So one of the good things with this is that you can link directly to relevant legislation, which helps users to trust what you're saying and hopefully use it. You can quickly see on the retention schedule how many people are accessing the pages, so you get a kind of feel for how often it's being used as a resource, and it's pretty easy for us to look at when changes are being made to the pages. That's managed centrally by us at the moment. And I think that's about it. my giant bunnies. It was an art project we had in Union Terrace Gardens in Aberdeen. They were like 18-foot high, white inflatable bunnies. It was much talked about, but yeah, just thought it made a nice slide.